So hello everyone, hope you're doing good and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at day 30 of the May Daily Leetcode Challenge and we are almost at its completion. We have just one more day left. And by end of this, monthly challenge, we are having some easy questions. Yesterday also we had easy question and today also a very interesting easy question we are having. Okay. Let's see what the question is. It's question number 705. Design has set. Okay. So see when we say set, what it means basically. Okay. Set means see it will have set. See for example the set of whole numbers, the set of natural numbers. When we say like that, what it means is that, so we are going to insert these numbers, but see, it won't be stored in a list kind of thing. Okay, it will be hashed and it will be stored. Okay, hashing basically means there is some function there. When we input that number, some functions apply to it, and the result is some, you can say, a hash of it, and that is stored basically. Okay, so that it takes the searching happens in over one time. So maybe in some other video I can explain you how that hashing works. Actually, it's a very interesting concept. These things also are also asked in interviews, but for today's question those things are not needed basically. So we are just asked to mimic a hasset. Okay, mimic means we are basically designing a copy of hasset on our own. Okay, we are coding how internally it will be doing. Okay, so there are many ways to do it, but we will take the easiest one of them. Okay, so they are saying design a hasset without using any inbuilt hash table libraries. Okay, see they are saying we should not be using any inbuilt libraries. Okay, so that's why I've taken a way which is very generic, but in this case it will not be efficient. But while searching, it will be really efficient. Okay, we'll see that. What is it? See, we have to implement basically three functions. You can just they are very simple. The name itself conveys. For example, the add function, it basically inserts the value key into the hash set. Okay, the key is passed as a parameter to it. Okay, then the bool function contains it returns whether the value key exists in the hash set or not. And finally, the remove function removes the key from the hash set. If the key does not exist in the hash set, don't do anything. Okay, that's the basic idea. See, remember the hardest part here is, see, we have to improve the searching time. Okay, whenever we are, see, the need of HashSet came because we want to improve the searching time. Suppose we are having a list. Okay, I want to search whether the number 5 present is present in the list or not. We have to sequentially search, right? If the array is sorted, maybe we can do binary search, but that is not the case always, right? So for that reason we are having this HashSet things. Okay, it's useful because it takes only over one time to guess whether this number is present or not. Okay, that is the basic idea. So remember one thing: if you are improving the time complexity of search, then the space complexity will be, you know, getting bad. Okay, that is the basic idea. And if you're improving the space complexity, then time complexity will be at, it won't be at its max. That is the basic idea. These are always at the receiving ends. Okay, if you improve one, the other will go bad. If you improve the second one, the first one will be, suffering. That is the basic idea. So for today's question, I will be choosing a very very simple approach. But see, it's very high time complexity. Okay, see, the key value is very high. Ideally we should not be doing this. Okay, there are other ways to improve it, but see, it depends on the scenario. Okay, they have not mentioned this kind of scenario which will be coming here, how the numbers repetition will be. See, these things play a very important role in optimizing. Okay, but because such things are not given here, so we are going to take the generic approach here. Okay, what I am doing is I am creating a array first. Okay, you will be thinking that I will be storing the values in the array. No, remember one thing. I in the starting of the question itself, I specified I will be designing solution which will take off one time in searching. Okay, so where is the searching part? This is the searching part. This should take off one time. That is my idea. Okay, how to do it? Let us see. So by the way, even the adding and the removing part, these also are going to take over one time only. So that will be how I will be making it. Let us see how it is. So I am declaring an array. Okay, array has a fixed length. Okay, for whatever with the number of inputs, I'm going to have a fixed length, that is this. Now it will be guess, like I think you would have guessed by now how I'm getting this. This is how I'm getting this. Okay, see, the key values are going to be between 0 to 10 power 6. Okay, that's why I am also taking this much elements in my array. Okay, 0 to 10 power 6. Okay, initially, remember it's a boolean array. All the values will be false initially. Okay, for example, a key came. I have to add this key to my imaginary asset. So what I will do is, for that particular index, I will be making it its value as 2. See, remember initially everything is false. I will be making its value as 2. Okay, so it will take off one time to add a key. That is basic idea. Now comes the removing part. So what I will do is, see, they have clearly mentioned here, user key exists, remove it. If it does not exist, don't do anything. Okay, so we'll also play it very safe. If the key exists or not, we are not checking. We are simply making that value false. If it was true already, it will be made false. If it is already false, still it will remain the same. Okay, we are not doing much here. Okay, now comes the see. This part is why we see. See, solving question is one thing, but trying to know what it is a different thing. Okay, so that's why I'm emphasizing on these things. Okay, see, this is the part why HashSet are invented. Okay, to search element they know of one time. Okay, that is the basic idea of behind a HashSet and why we needed a HashSet. Okay, so this should be of one time. Okay, these things are over one another doesn't matter much. Okay, because see, adding and removing is not the only criteria for it. Only thing where optimization is needed. This is where the optimization is really needed. Okay, because more than doing insertion and removal, now we'll be focusing more on the insertion, sorry, the searching part, right? So here it is. So how to check if a key is present or not? It's very simple. If the value is true, okay, if the value is true, then it's present. If the value is not true, it's not present. That's how it is. It will take over one time to be implemented. Okay, so yeah, friends, this is how I've implemented it. See, as I told, if you improve the search complexity, the space complexity will be affected, and if you improve the space complexity, the search complexity will be it won't be that fast. It has to suffer. That is the basic idea. You can clearly see here the space complexity is really high, but because of that, the search complexity is really good. Okay, it's over one. It's almost the best. Okay, the best possible. So yeah, from that was output test. See, there are many ways to do it. As I told, see, if we know there will be repetition in the numbers, okay. In that case, we can take a smaller number and we can use the hash function in its in its place, okay. So what a hash function is? See, it's a detailed concept. I won't be able to cover everything in one video, but just remember that repetition is possible, okay. So instead of see, in this case, the length is like this, but we are not sure what kind of values are going to come. If we are sure that a particular range is going to come more frequently, then we can reduce this. Okay, we can reduce this. There are hashing functions basically that can be used, and hashing function means you will pass as an input, a number will pass an input. It will hash it. That it hashing means it will map it to something else, and based on that it will be stored. Okay, based on that it will be stored. That is the basic idea. See, hashing function means you can take something like modulo of 5 or modulo a prime number, something like that. Okay, these are some of the hashing functions. Based on that, it will show. But remember, if we are doing like that, see, as I told, if you improve the space complexity, either the search complexity or the perfection of it. That means there are some mistakes possible in that if you are doing something like that. That is the basic idea, friends. Uh, so one thing I will suggest you is try to learn some hashing functions or how the hashing works. Okay. Say if such a thing comes in an interview, they will try to test your knowledge of how you are aware, how much you are aware of these things. Okay. What is hashing and why it was invented, and what are the possibilities in it. That is the basic idea, friends. If you can give them some hints through the interview, then definitely they will appreciate that. That was all for today, friends. Let us meet tomorrow. Thanks a lot.